An ice-cold boxing champ saves a pretty boy in the nick of time. One look and he's head over heels. Calls him wifey right off the bat. The pretty boy's name is Xiao Zhi. He's a genius feng shui master, but his soul's incomplete, so evil spirits haunt him every night. He was supposed to die before 20, but meeting the boxing champ Hu Ming changed everything. Today he got a job at a fight gym to pick something up, not far away. The gym owner's on his phone, but this guy's covered in evil energy. Xiao Zhi tells the owner, Zhao Xuchen asked him to pick up his gloves today. The owner breaks into a cold sweat, because Zhao Xuchen jumped off a building last week. You're a fraud. Someone get him out of here. Right then, a punching bag's chain snaps and flies straight at Xiao Zhi. In the nick of time, Hu Ming rushes over and punches the bag away. Xiao Zhi's eyes go wide at the guy's speed and strength. Their eyes meet. Hu Ming's face turns red. He wants to ask if he's hurt, but what comes out is, wifey. But Xiao Zhi bursts out laughing. The owner thinks Xiao Zhi's a fan and tries to drag him out. Get out, don't interrupt Coach Hu's training. Hu Ming holds back his end. I said if the equipment breaks again, I'm leaving. The owner swears up and down. This stuff cost a fortune, can't be faulty. Must be Gao Xuchen's ghost causing trouble. I hired a master to pray for him today. He's already at the door. I'll go get him. When he looks back at Xiao Zhi, Hu Ming reaches out with a smile. Heard you're a fan of mine. Xiao Zhi stares at those pitch black hands for a second. Hu Ming awkwardly pulls his hand back. Xiao Zhi laughs again at the silly reaction and reaches out to shake her. Hi, I'm Xiao Ya. Not a fan, but your fights are really cool. Plus a cheeky little wink. Straight to Hu Ming's heart. Xiao Zhi tells Hu Ming Gao Xuchen didn't jump, but the security footage shows Chen alone on the roof. Xiao Zhi pauses. Some evidence doesn't show up on camera. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. His gaze turns cold as he looks at Hu Ming. After all, you're the most suspicious one here. Because he sees Hu Ming carrying deep karma. Karma heavy enough to kill. But Hu Ming's still alive and well. Hu Ming can't see this stuff, so he doesn't get it. But he can tell the owner's hiding something. Xiao Zhi looks like a spoiled rich kid, but might as well trust him this once. Learning Xiao Zhi's here for his master's gloves. I can give you the gloves, but you gotta tell me why Zhao Xuchen jumped. Xiao Zhi smiles at Hu Ming. Are you making a deal with me? Hu Ming quickly denied. I'm not. I didn't. I wouldn't. Then a voice comes from behind. The owner walks over with the exorcist mask. Seeing the 5 emperor coins on Xiao Zhi's wrist, the master knows he's met a fellow practitioner. Clap, clap. Wow, you're amazing. The owner's annoyed by Xiao Zhi and shoves him aside. Stop getting in the way. Hu Ming's about to help when evil energy suddenly shoots between them, pinning the owner to a wall 30 feet away. The master grabs his talisman and sword to chant, but gets pinned to the wall too. Hu Ming's pretty confused. What are these two even doing? With a call to summons, there's a loud bang. The evil energy the two clowns land safely. The coins return to Xiao Zhi's hand. Now Hu Ming finally believes there really are invisible things out there. Xiao Zhi walks forward and finds it's a baby ghost causing trouble. During a friendly Q&A, he learns the owner used this baby ghost to kill Zhao Xuchen, and now it's gonna kill the owner to clear its sins. Xiao Zhi wants to ask more, but evil spirits start closing in on him. Oh no, the sun's completely down. A countless spirits swarm around him. Xiao Zhi's face goes pale, can barely breathe. You okay? Hu Ming rushes over. The moment his hand touches Xiao Zhi's shoulder, the spirits are instantly repelled. Xiao Zhi stares at Hu Ming in shock. This guy can actually drive away the spirits. Seeing he's busted, the owner tries to run, grab him. With one command, Hu Ming immediately catches the owner. I had no choice. I owed huge debts. Only if Gao Xuchen died could I get the insurance payout. Hu Ming punches him a few times. The owner's scared but laughs like crazy. The ghost killed him. You got no proof to charge me. Ha ha ha. This sets Hu Ming off for another round, but his fist freezes mid-air because Xiao Zhi told him to stop. Xiao Zhi's surprised at how obedient Hu Ming, but the owner keeps taunting. Ha ha ha. Even if I killed Gao Xuchen, you can't do anything about it. The fist rises again. Didn't I tell you to stop? The fist freezes again. Hu Ming stares blankly at Xiao Zhi, though his head's full of questions. He obediently puts the owner down. Xiao Zhi walks over and puts his hand on the owner's shoulder. What kind of door do you think can keep evil spirits out? Gentle words carrying the scariest threat. The owner finally confesses everything and gets what he deserves. Though Gao Xuchen got justice, Hu Ming still looks troubled. He's mad he knew Xiao Zhi was protecting that scumbag, but still listened to him anyway. Xiao Zhi knows what Hu Ming's thinking. I wasn't protecting that bad guy. If you caught a murder charge, it'd ruin your career. Hu Ming realizes he was looking out for him and quickly apologized. Truth is, Xiao Zhi made a deal with the baby ghost. He needs the owner alive so the ghost can get revenge. Then the ghost can deliver a message for him down below. But Hu Ming's head is full of how sweet his future wife. Then Xiao Zhi reaches out asking if he wants to see Zhao Xuchen. This feels familiar. Like someone reached out to him like this long ago, but they asked if he'd come with them. Hu Ming can't tell the difference anymore. He jumps up, grabs Xiao Zhi's hand and says yes. Xiao Zhi looks confused, then smiles. This dog showed up. Xiao Zhi opens Hu Ming's spirit eye. Thanks, kid. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhi discovers through physical contact, he can actually purify Hu Ming's karma. Thinking back to how Hu Ming drove away spirits through touch, this all seems to mean something. If only his master were here, he'd know why. Now he watches Zhao Xueqing and Hu Ming chatting happily. Can't hide the envy on his face, because his master won't even come see him. A week later, Xiao Zhi moves to a new place, opens the door and runs into Hu Ming coming back from a job. Didn't expect to see you again so soon. Hu Ming stands there like an idiot. Head full of my future wife lies next door. Going inside, a Xiaoju winks at Hu Ming. Your love star's been active late. Keep an eye on the people around you. That night, Hu Ming can't sleep thinking about that love star comment. The only person around him is Xiaoju. Could it be? Meanwhile, Xiaoju's busy bullying a female ghost. The ghost is crying her eyes out. I didn't hurt anyone. I just touched the guy next door's waist. And you blasted me out with a talisman. Xiaoju's about to teach her a lesson. When the doorbell rings, Zai's jaw drops when the door opens. Those wet bare legs are quite a sight. Inside, Hu Ming's fixing a broken water valve. Xiaoju accidentally blew it up with the ghost. But Hu Ming's got no mind for fixing valve. His eyes keep drifting to Xiaoju's legs. Xiaoju notices the doll's acting weird. Says with a smile he'll go change. Once Xiaoju leaves, Hu Ming's face gets even red. He came to ask about the legs. No wait, about the love star. Why is he thinking about legs? Back in his room, Xiaoju puts on a robe and senses something off. Pulls out a talisman to cleanse but sees it's the baby ghost. The ghost came to say goodbye. Xiaoju pats its head. When you get down there, find old you. Tell him to hurry up. The baby ghost nods polite. Then a talisman falls from it. Picks it up. It's a paired transport talisman. The baby ghost has the child part. Xiaoju sniffs it. The scent's familiar. About to ask why it has this thing. The door suddenly opens. The baby ghost vanishes. Hu Ming walks over. Who are you just talking to? On stage, he's the ice-cold champ. Off stage, he's Xiaoju's personal fool. Gets tricked every day and still calls him P. Xiaoju glances at Hu Ming, then looks down at his hand. You hurt? Let me see. Faced with his future wife's concern, Hu Ming's already forgotten his question. Obediently holds out his hand. The moment he touches the blood, Xiaoju feels a strange power. He pushes down his confusion, holds his hand and mutters a few words. Hu Ming's amazed the bleeding stopped. Asks curiously what that was. Xiaoju makes up a bunch of nonsense. Hu Ming feels like he's being lied to, but can't help thinking. He looks so cute when he lies. After Hu Ming leaves, Xiaoju stares at the blood on his hand. Plus he noticed the baby ghost was scared to hold. Do you know something? It's this. Poster points. To Its mouth. Xiaoju feels a pang of sympathy. A baby ghost with defects will be reborn with those same defects. So he decides to help it earn merit before reincarnation. That way it can be reborn into a good fan. Meanwhile, Hu Ming stares at the band-aid and remembers the past. Since his earliest memories, he's been digging through trash. He lost something really important, but can't remember what it looked like. Later, a scout discovered him, seeing he was a homeless drifter. Sold him to fight underground. That's how Hu Ming became the ring champion, earning the nickname Madman. Then the doorbell rings. His manager throws a photo on the table. Dude, what's this about? Hu Ming picks it up. Someone caught him and Xiaoju holding hands, trying to stir up dating rumors. The manager paces frantically. Lucky he bought the photo first. Hu Ming just grins at the picture. His future wife looks good from every angle, even blushing a little. The manager's shocked, speechless. Everyone knows boxer has got a temper and no social skills. Last time an actress tried to use you for class, you kicked her out. Seeing Hu Ming's lovesick look, the manager raises his voice. Snap out of it. Look at yourself, all dark and buff. He's getting close to you for a reason. Hu Ming ignores him, still happy with his photo. Then remembers something. He looks seriously at his manager. Bury the photo thing. Don't mess up. Xiaoju's normal life. First time Hu Ming's ever protected someone. He's not against Hu Ming dating. Because Hu Ming's not that underground madman anymore. He reminds Hu Ming again not to get scammed. His main reason for coming is to give Hu Ming info about next week's banquet, and reminds him repeatedly to wear the custom suit. After all, Hu Ming's his meal ticket, and then the doorbell rings. The manager checks the monitor. Wow, you got him coming to your place now. Ming quickly fixes his hair, then pushes the manager aside, and asks, how's my hair? The manager says sarcastically, gorgeous. Xiaoju smiles at Hu Ming. Thanks for fixing my water valve last night. I bought you some breakfast. Hu Ming stands like a kid who got praised, standing up all straight. Just doing my job. Coming in, Xiaoju spots the manager. Looks like I didn't bring enough. Hu Ming shoves the manager aside. He already ate, gotta rush to work. The door slams shut. Deforced, Tuku work manager yells in frustration. At the table, Hu Ming sets out the breakfast. Xiaoju eats so cute. Actually, what the manager said earlier. He stammered and asked Xiaoju, how old are you? Hu Ming got so excited he crushed his spoon. Xiaoju looked at him confused. What'd you say? Xiaoju felt like the dog was acting weird today. Hu Mo smiled ear to ear. I mean, you're still in school, right? Yeah, I go to college nearby. Hu Ming was a bit surprised. I thought you master types all live like hermits. Xiaoju started pulling his leg again. Hermit, that's not half of it. Every day I bathe, burn incense and absorb the essence of heaven and earth to cultivate. When there's an emergency, I just fly on my sword. If I get sick, one sip of dew and die. Hu Ming listened with total seriousness. You're so amazing. Xiaoju had never seen anyone this gullible. He poked Hu Mo's forehead with his finger. I'm messing with you. What century is this? Flying on a sword will get you arrested. Hu Ming touched his forehead. Oh my god, he's so cute when he's lying. Xiaoju catches the eye of the cutting campus hot. Hu Ming got so mad he forgot about his dad. Hu Ming remembered Xiaoju looking pale and shaking all over at the gym, so he asked if he had some serious illness. Xiaoju sighed. My soul just isn't complete. My master found me in a trash can. Back then I was consumed by dark energy and master saved me. but because my soul's incomplete, evil spirits easily latch on me. I used to not know the difference between people and spirits, so malicious spirits would get close to me. What happened now? Hu Ming's voice was full of concern, but Xiaoju grinned mischievously. I strung up those malicious ghosts and whipped them. This made Hu Ming blush. Just imagining it got him excited. Xiaoju suddenly leaned in close to Hu Ming. You've been acting weird since earlier. Are you hiding something from me? Hu Ming glanced at the photo and said no, but Xiaoju decided to tease him. He grabbed Hu Ming's hand. If you lie, I'll string you up and whip you. Hu Ming touched his burning hand. I really want him to whip me. Xiaoju kept pressing. Hu Ming quickly looked away and changed the subject. How's your health now? Xiaoju leaned in closer. Once it gets dark, evil spirits latch onto me. When dark energy invades, my body gets cold, I shake and sometimes pass out. I wasn't supposed to live past 20, but one day, Master said a lifeline appeared in my fate. I noticed that every time I touch you, those evil spirits stay away for a while, and your blood is even more powerful. It can protect me all night from being bothered. He leaned in and put his lips near Hu Ming's ear. Maybe you're my lifeline. The Hu Ming looked at Xiaoju serious. Are you lying to me again? Xiaoju sat back in his chair with a big smile. Guess. But then Hu Ming looked at Xiaoju with determination. Real or not, I believe you. I just hope I can keep you from suffering like before. Right then, Xiaoju's heart started racing. Nusha's story on TV broke the romantic mood. After filling out his info, he asked the senior where to process his dorm withdrawal. Before she could answer, a male voice cut in. You handle that at the main building. I'll show you the way. The guy was not only student body president but also the campus heartthrob. He was handsome, rich, and powerful, so he was every student's dream guy. Xiaoju glanced at him and coldly said. Just then, reporters came over for an interview. The heartthrob casually put his hand on Xiaoju's shoulder, acting all refined and gentle. Xiaoju pointed at him. I'm new, so I don't know. You gotta ask our senior here. Surprisingly, the heartthrob said he didn't know either, then checked his watch and said he had something urgent. Before leaving, he waved goodbye to Xiaoju. If you need anything, come find me. Xiaoju didn't even look at him. As soon as the heartthrob walked away, he smirked coldly. The interaction between them quickly went viral. Among all the comments, one stood out. That glasses guy looks so weak. I could knock him out with one punch. Everyone started mocking him. You think you're boxing champion Hu Ming or something? Meanwhile, Hu Ming was getting measured for clothes while typing furiously. Haha, 嫌嫌我. Hu Ming boldly typed, I don't have a father. But the honest boxing champ lost to the trolls in the end. He could only squeeze his phone till it cracked. 要吸引 Hu Ming fuming. The staff nervously spoke up. Mr. Hu, please raise your arm again. His manager looked at the phone screen. Oh wow, your boy knows the Wang family hair. They look pretty good together though. Hearing this made Hu Ming feel hurt. Did he and Xiaoju really not match? But the reporter wasn't letting Xiaoju off easy either. But Xiaoju didn't answer any of her questions. Instead he asked, Miss, didn't you almost drown last year? Then he smiled brightly and pulled out a talisman. You've got a safety charm that'll keep you safe. The reporter told him to study hard and not go down these shady paths. But Xiaoju just smiled and stuffed the charm into her hand. Pay me after you use it. He walked a few steps then turned to Wong. Miss, don't cross the bridge on your way home today. Take the other side road. The cold boxing champ eavesdrops for 8 hours, just to create a chance encounter and treat Xiaoju. Watching Xiaoju run off, the reporter looked thoughtful. She had to cross a bridge to get home, and there was another road right next to it. But when she drove home, she still took the bridge, because the other road was way too jammed. Suddenly a truck came barreling at her. The windshield shattered instantly. The glass was about to pierce her eyes. There was a ding sound. A talisman symbol suddenly appeared before her and blocked the glass shot. The pieces fell harmlessly onto her. Her eyes were saved. When she pulled the charm from her pocket, it instantly vanished into smoke. As she cleaned the grime off her face, a female ghost in red appeared behind her. But the woman wasn't scared at all. Why aren't you afraid of me? The ghost pressed close behind her. The woman paused. Some people are scarier than ghosts. The ghost warned her to stay away from that campus heartthrob. But the woman said, I just want to live my life looking good. Xiaoju, about to go to the men's room, stopped at the women's. After a sigh, he went in and knocked on a stall. You looking for me? The woman had cleaned her face. Xiaoju shook his head and pointed behind her. I'm looking for her. The female ghost was shocked he could see her. Then she lunged at him. It's you people from the Mystic Arts Association again. Xiaoju waved his hands. Misunderstanding scene. But the ghost kept going crazy. Xiaoju had to seal her in a talisman first. I'm not one of them. Senior, just calm down for a sec. Soon after the campus heartthrob latched onto Xiao, he invited him to a party next week. And to check the feng shui for his friend, Xiaoju grinned mischievously. After saying goodbye, Xiaoju looked serious. He agreed to go because the heartthrob reeked of dark energy. This guy must have done so many awful things. Meanwhile, Hu Ming had been stuck to the door like a gecko for 8 hours. Hearing footsteps outside, his eyes lit up with joy. He threw open the door. What a coincidence. I was just taking out the trash. Xiaoju turned around and looked at the empty trash bag. Yeah, what a coincidence. Hu Ming stammered that he made too much dinner and wanted to invite Xiaoju. Xiaoju smiled at Hu Ming, thinking, why turn down a free air purifier? During dinner, Hu Ming's head was full of hearts. My future wife is so cute. He eats so little. Once Xiaoji finished eating, Hu Mo started inhaling his food. Xiaoji looked at Huo Yan thoughtfully. What excuse should I use to touch him this time? A casual comment opened up an opportunity. Won't you feel sick eating so much at night? Nah, I've got a gym upstairs. I'll just work out after I eat. Xiaoji's lips curved up. This was a perfect chance to touch him. Actually, I've been wanting to work out too. He looked at Hu Ming expectantly. Hu Ming suggested checking out the gym upstairs. Let's go right now. Xiaoji answered eagerly. Hu Ming felt like he'd been tricked again. In the gym, Hu Ming picked the simplest equipment for Xiaoji. Hu Ming lifted it twice. Looked easy. Xiaoji was confident he could do it too. As soon as he took it, it crashed to the floor. His shoes flew off. Xiaoji looked embarrassed. Hu Ming quickly helped him up, apologizing. I'm sorry. That's the lightest one I have. I thought. He realized he was making it worse and shut up. Xiaoji pointed at the punching bag. Champ, can you teach me a move or two? Hu Ming patiently explained how to punch and kept a respectful distance from Xiaoji. Xiaoji's eyes sparkled, but his mind was scheming. It's 8 p.m. now. Let's see how long touching you can keep the evil spirits away. So he started playing dumb. Which hand goes up a little? The left. Or both? Xiaoji flailed around wildly. Hu Ming panicked. Which one are you talking about? Xiaoju held both hands up to his chest. Hu Ming froze, then carefully laced his fingers with Xiaoju's. The evil spirits around Xiaoji instantly dispersed. Xiaoji's eyes lit up with a smile. Found it. Hu Ming looked confused. What'd you say? Then his eyes went wide. He realized he'd pulled Xiaoju into his arms. He let go, blushing hard. I didn't mean to. But Xiaoju pressed himself against his chest, looking up at him with a smile. I mean, how much should I pay my boxing teacher? Hu Ming sees Xiaoji hanging with evil spirit. Instead of being scared, he applies to be his bodyguard. Hu Ming blushed under his gaze hard pat. His throat baba. Realizing his thoughts were going somewhere, he guiltily looked away. Don't worry about payment. Why were you so late today? Xiaoji looked serious. A beautiful senior latched onto today. That's why I was late. Hearing beautiful senior made Hu Ming even more chill. Seeing Xiaoju chatting with a heartthrob was already making him sour. Now there's a beautiful senior too. When he heard Xiaoju brought her home, Hu Ming panicked. I didn't see you bring anyone home. See? Xiaoji hit him with a loaded question. Hu Ming's heart jumped. He couldn't exactly say he'd been eavesdropping for 8 hours, so he covered. I mean, there are a lot of bad people out there. You can't just bring random people home. Xiaoji looked innocent, but she looked so pitiful. Plus, I already let her go to my room. Hu Ming immediately used protecting Xiaoju as an excuse, and righteously insisted on checking his place. Xiaoji looked at him with a smile. You sure you can protect me? Inside Hu Ming's head was spinning after having his third eye open. Turns out the beautiful senior was a female ghost. The ghost tearfully told the Xiaoji what happened. She was the girl tricked into jumping by the heartthrob. She wanted to become a vengeful spirit and get revenge out, but he had a protective charm she couldn't get past. So she found his new target, the woman from the bathroom, and told her the truth about him, hoping she'd help destroy his charm. But the woman flat out refused. The ghost looked at Xiaoji hopefully. Please help me. Xiaoji agreed right away, but on one condition: when she gets to the underworld, she has to pass a message to old Yu. Hu Ming stayed quiet the whole time, just watching Xiaoji was worried. He never imagined Xiaoji's world was this dark. If you stay in darkness too long, do you stop wanting the light? Xiaoji pulled out a green gourd. Get in for now. I'll take you to get your revenge in a few days. His wrist was suddenly grabbed. Don't hang around ghosts all the time. It's not good for you. Xiaoji wasn't surprised by Hu Ming's reaction. Taking the ghost aside, to normal people, he's just a freak. His wrist back and stopped looking at Shu Ming. It's a deluxe single suite inside. Come on in. The female ghost obediently slipped into the green. Soon as she got in, she cursed out Xiaoju for being a liar. Where's the single suite you promised? Why is there a baby ghost in here? Where's the private bathroom? It's just a bucket with a faucet. Xiaoju closed the lid. When he looked at Hu Ming again, he felt a little sad. He was used to people treating him like a freak. But when Hu Ming looked at him that way, his chest felt tight. He walked past Hu Ming and sat on the couch, acting casual. I hang out with ghosts every day, so if you're scared, just stay away from me. Right after he said that, Hu Ming dropped to one knee in front of him. Were you upset just now? Xiaoji froze for a second, but he still turned his head and smiled at Hu Ming. Hu Ming's heart ached. Don't smile like that. You're clearly not happy. Xiaoji got curious to see just how sharp this dummy was. He suddenly leaned in close to Hu. So what am I thinking right now? You're mad I stopped you earlier, but then you seem to be cursing me out. Hu Ming looked at Xiaoji seriously. I'm not scared of you. I told you, no matter what, I'll believe in you. But that senior is dangerous. He took Xiaoji's hand again. So can you let me be your bodyguard? Let me protect you anytime. These words made Xiaoji's heart flutter. This was the first time someone said they protect him so firmly. Well, a new prey appeared. The senior put on a mask to avoid being recognized. Under his direction, the new prey sat obediently on the couch. Then the senior leaned down and said, have all the luxury goods you want. Soon the girl was shamelessly exposed to countless cameras. Alright then. Do you all like this little pet? I just got my hands on a male fox. I'll show you guys next time. Xiaoju fell for the trap and drank the spiked sweet milk. His whole body went weak as he lay on the couch. The senior smiled sinisterly. You better put on a good show in my live stream, Junior. Last time Hu Ming asked to be Xiaoji's bodyguard. Xiaoji didn't agree right away. He just smiled and said he'd decide based on his performance later. The next day, Xiaoji went to a century-old shop to ask the owner about Cinnabar. The owner was busy watching a boxing and told him to browse around first. Xiaoji glanced at the TV. Congratulations to champion Hu defending his title. This was Xiaoji's first time seeing Hu Ming in the ring. Who would have thought the guy who's fierce as a wolf on stage would be as obedient as a big puppy around him? Just then, the owner glanced at Xiaoju from the corner of his eye. His face showed surprise. It's rare to see two red strings of fate moving together. Too bad this kid doesn't have long to live. After looking around, Xiaoju couldn't find the cinnabar he wanted. He walked over to the owner and handed him the talisman. Do you have this kind of cinnabar? The owner picked it up and sniffed it. This is custom, made premium stuff. I don't have it. Xiaoju looked at the talisman thoughtfully. Someone who can custom order cinnabar must have serious power. Later he went to his master's grave. Being very filial, he burned offerings of several leggy beauties for the old man. Then he rambled on about recent events. I met a really strange guy. Just touching him helps me drive away evil spirits, and he swears he'll protect me. As he talked, his face turned red without him realizing it. Just then, the senior sent him a text. Rest up early, Junior. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Xiaoji smiled with interest. I'm looking forward to it too. The next day, as soon as Xiaoji showed up, the senior ran over enthusiastically to greet him. Xiaoji turned around and said something cryptic to the senior. Senior, congrats. You're expecting. The senior didn't understand what he meant, but didn't care either. He led him toward the banquet hall. But right at the entrance, Xiaoji saw the place was full of evil energy. In the banquet hall, Xiaoji's eyes were drawn to someone. Hu Ming in his custom suit stood out in the crowd. He gave off a serious don't come near me vibe. The senior's sinister plan was already in motion. He suggested taking Xiaoju somewhere more fun. Xiaoju followed the senior upstairs. Hu Ming seemed to sense something. He turned around and spotted the two of them in the distance. Right then, Xiaoji deliberately turned his head and smiled. Hu Ming was instantly mesmerized. He pushed through the crowd and headed towards Xiaoju. In the room, the senior had his back to Xiaoju, preparing the spiked sweet milk for him. Soon he walked over with the milk. Xiaoju took the milk and looked at the curtain in front of him. Senior, what's behind that curtain? Little did he know behind that curtain were countless livestream cameras pointed at. The viewers started an intense and obscene discussion. The senior made a shushing gesture. It's a surprise I prepared for you. Xiaoju glanced at the senior's protective charm, then drank all the milk in one go. Before he could even put down the cup, Xiaoju felt everything spinning. He forced himself through the discomfort to keep calm. Those missing girls are the ones who killed themselves at school. Are you involved? Seeing his prey was caught, the senior dropped the act. I was just helping those girls. They wanted generous compensation from me. Of course they had to pay the price. Willingly or not, the cup dropped to the floor with a thud. Xiaoju lay on the couch, weak and flushed. Then he asked, knowing the answer, did you put something in my milk? The senior stood up and walked toward the curtain. Just some good stuff to keep you from moving. The curtain was pulled back. Countless electronic devices appeared before his eyes. The senior bowed like a gentleman to the camera. Welcome everyone to the Male Fox's live show. Just then, a voice behind him said, how boring. The senior turned around to see Xiaoju standing up like nothing happened. His face was full of horror. How is that possible? That dose was enough for 7 or 8 people. Xiaoju picked up his necklace and opened a hidden switch. I already knew you were a piece of trash. I took the antidote before coming, and this necklace has a tiny camera in it. Then he held his phone up to the senior's face. It was also a live stream. Except this time the star was the senior himself. Everything he just said was broadcast live. The senior charged at Xiaoju in rage. You're asking for it. Xiaoju stood still. Instead, he held out the protective charm with a creepy smile. Don't run so fast. Watch out for the baby. Seeing his charm in Xiaoju's hand, the senior's face filled with murder scenes. At that moment, Xiaoju let go. The charm fell and shattered. Immediately, the senior clutched his stomach and fell to his knees screaming in agony. While the female ghost was clinging to him. I'll make you feel the pain I went through. Suddenly, there was knocking at the door. Open up. Xiaoju, are you in there? Seeing no response from inside, Hu Ming backed up a few steps and charged at the door. But then the door was suddenly pulled open from inside. Xiaoju pressed his finger lightly against Hu Ming's forehead. Hu Ming immediately stopped in his tracks obediently. Xiaoju smiled at him. Dummy, why so worked up? 把他笑，抠察到服过的。By Xiaoju's teasing, Hu Ming grabbed Xiaoju's hand. He asked with concern, are you okay? Xiaoju happily led the dummy outside. I'm fine. Suddenly the evil energy started gathering. Xiaoju's heart jumped. The evil energy here. It can't be dispelled just by physical contact. If he doesn't deal with it fast, everyone here will lose their life force soon. Just then he looked back. Hu Ming was holding his hand the whole time, so he was already sweating bucket from excitement. A bold idea popped into Xiaoju's head. Last time Hu Ming's blood worked on him, so would his sweat work too. The next second, he just went for a kiss. When he pulled back, he even licked once. The evil energy was instantly repelled and scattered. Xiaoju was thrilled. His sweat works too. But he didn't expect this move to set the dummy on fire. Hu Ming pinned him against the wall. They kissed. Suddenly a light flashed. Hu Ming quickly went on guard and pulled Xiaoju into his arms. He caught the toothpick that was stabbed at them with one hand. Xiaoju looked at the person in disbelief. You tried to kill me. This person was the new prey the senior had tormented before. But instead of thanking Xiaoju for pulling her out of hell, she was full of resentment toward him. Because in her eyes, the senior was the god who saved her. Turns out the woman was from the remote, backward Chen family village. She fought like hell to get into college just to escape her parents. Not only want her to drop out and save tuition for her brother, but later an outsider helped her leave Chen family village and introduced her to the senior. The senior not only helped her escape her parents, but gave her what she thought was a comfortable life. Xiaoju bandaged Hu Ming's wound while listening to the girl's story. So who's this outside? The girl was about to speak when she suddenly had a seizure. What's wrong? Xiaoju quickly crouched down to check on her. Just then, a talisman fell out of the woman's body. Then a strange ball of light appeared and immediately took away the girl's consciousness. Someone who loses their consciousness won't die, but they'll become a vegetable. Xiaoji chased after the light ball. He saw a seal formation array not far away. The light ball instantly hid inside. Hu Ming followed right behind and asked what it was. It's a master talisman array. It's used to receive things sent over by child talisman. Xiao Ji carefully examined the array. He found the child talisman and the array used the same cinnabar as the one on the baby ghost. So none of this was a coincidence. Someone's playing a big game. Just as Xiao Ji was about to enter the array, Hu Ming quickly pulled him back. Don't take everything on by yourself. I can help you too. Xiao Ju told him to relax. With the words summon the deity, Xiao Ju rose into the air. A bagua seal appeared beneath his feet. After a few incantations, the light ball came out of the darkness. He crushed the light ball in his palm. Evil spirit. At the same time, the person behind the array coughed up blood. But in the end, the arrival of the cops let the enemy escape. Back at his place, Xiao Ju thought for a long while. He finally understood why that person went after the new prey and the baby ghost. It's because they both had one thing in common. They both had very strong obsession. In other words, consciousness. So is the mastermind collecting different obsessions. Just then, a trending topic interrupted his thoughts. A photo of him kissing Hu Ming was secretly taken and posted online. Jiu touched the corner of his lip. Hu Ming's warmth still seemed to linger there. Though at the time he was testing whether Hu Ming's sweat was the same as his blood and could dispel evil spirits. But if it were someone else, would he have done it? Just thinking about it made Xiao Ji look disgusted. Just then Hu Ming walked over with a plate of mud cookies. He was only wearing an apron on his upper body. Xiao Ji looked at Hu Ming uncomfortably. Where's your shirt? I just saw you wearing it. Hu Ming's face instantly turned red. I sweated through my shirt while baking the mud cookies. I was afraid the cookies would burn, so I didn't have time to change. Actually, while Hu Ming was baking, his mind was full of images of Xiao Ji kissing him. That's why he got so worked up he sweated through his shirt. Hu Ming leaned down to put the cookies on the table. Xiao Ji held his face in his hands, his eyes full of envy. No wonder you're a champion. Your body's amazing. Then he reached out and poked Hu Ming's muscles. Hu Ming got so excited the cookies flew out of his hands. He turned as red as a cooked shrimp. In a flash, he turned around and bolted toward the kitchen. Let me check if dinner's ready. You eat first. Leaving Xiao Ju standing there stunned. The cold champion boxer couldn't handle Xiao's flirting. In the end, he could only hug his knees and beg for mercy. In the kitchen, Hu Ming's chopping speed increased tenfold, but he still couldn't calm down at all. Xiao Ju couldn't help laughing at the dummy's reaction. Who would have thought the wolf, like champion in the ring, would willingly stay in the kitchen and cook for him? Suddenly his expression died. Hu Ming was supposed to have a smooth life, but he carried an incredibly deep karmic burden, so there's only one possibility. This karma doesn't belong to him. Just then Xiao Ji walked over to Hu Ming. He put his hand on Hu Ming's hand. He wanted to help purify some of Hu Ming's karma. The moment he took his hand, another scene appeared before his eyes. It was a different era from now. People were worshipping something.